Hello everyone. Today I would like to discuss the topic is how to synchronize our multi-domain users and groups to Azure. I have already made a topic like how to synchronize on-prem users to Azure. So this time I would like to discuss the topic like we have a primary domain controller and child domain and free domain, so how to synchronize them and how to synchronize customized how if you wanted to synchronize the particular domain controller, a particular OUs, how to select it, how to synchronize it, and so that is the topic today. So you can see here we have a primary domain controller, it's a parent domain controller, so root domain controller normally. So I have a child domain controller. So I wanted to move these users from my on-prem to Azure. So how to sync them? Okay, that is the topic today. So I have a users on on-prem, so I wanted to move to Azure. Okay, so how to synchronize them, these two? Okay, same our super tool called Microsoft Azure AD Connect tool. Still, we are going to use the same tool. So, how it is going to be performed? So, before learning this, we have to just refresh our what is mean Microsoft Azure Active Directory and difference between Azure Active Directory and a normal Active Directory. So here just highlighted few points here. So even in interview they'll ask this question, so that is why just made some few top so you can read it, and but I just highlight some points here. So normally our on-prem Active Directory, it's a LDAP protocol, it work with LDAP protocol. Our Azure Active Directory, it's intent based protocol like HTTP and HTTPS port it's using to communicate. Okay, so here on-prem use a Kerberos protocol for authentication. So here it doesn't use, or Azure Reactor it doesn't use Kerberos authentication here. Okay, it use such as SAML, FedRAMP, OpenAD authentication. So these things it use instead of LDAP, instead of Kerberos authentication, it use HTTP, HTTPS. Okay, and coming to Active Directory, it support like group policies, management, organization units, like this. So here there is no those concept in Microsoft Azure, but here to manage policies there is a concept called Intune is available. Okay, so it's not integrate like our on-premises solution like OUs and GPOs, like this. So these are just I'm highlighted here. So it's from Microsoft document. I just copied it source from Microsoft Azure Learning. Just copy it and paste it over here, so you can just read it, pause it, and you can read it. Okay. So here I can see sample users to sync from on-prem to Azure activity. I have a root domain called eazindia.com, and I have a child domain called learning.eazindia.com. So I created a few users and I'm using the same credential for these users. So then you will get understand how I'm going to sync them to Azure. Okay. Okay, let me show my lab and we'll have a demo of with this. So you can see here the name, you can see the domain names called EAZ India, and if you have your company name domain. Okay, but when I am migrating to Azure, so Microsoft Azure will take, so what is the preferred domain in Azure? Okay, so you have to understand this. Okay, so first I'll show my lab, then we'll go for the synchronization concept, how to sync. Okay, so you have to be patient and understand the things, and you have to see the concept, then you can understand. Okay, so for this I made a lab after so much my effort. I created the lab because I need a internet for this lab, because HTTP HTTPS protocol required to communicate to on-prem to Azure Active Directory. So I created a root domain controller. It's my root domain. Okay, so this is my root domain. This root domain having this OE is called groups and users. I have a users already here. Okay, so this is my root domain, primary domain controller. So how to confirm its primary or child domain, and how do we confirm? To go to domain and trust domains. So I'll show you. So here you can see it's my parent domain controller. So is at india.com. Okay, let me go and confirm it. So you can see it's it is my the learning is child learning dot the, so you can see it's a child. So trust between parent and child. Okay, the learning dot is at india.com is child. Okay. See, when I'm clicking parent, it's showing the child information. Okay, that's it, because it's inherited to child. Okay, if I click child, it will show parent trust. Okay, so E is at India. Trust mean it's how to say, it's whoever uses, see, whoever uses available that primary domain control, child domain controller, how to make you understand. So for example, so whatever belongs to my parents, I can use it. Okay, so the same things apply here. So your things also can be used to for your can be used to for parents. So just for information, just for understanding purpose. Okay, so that is why. So I have a parent domain and child domain controllers. Okay, so this is my parent domain. I am on a parent domain controller. So this is my parent domain controller. You can say root domain controller as well. So child domain, if you go to child domain, so here you can see I am child domain. So learning dot es at india.com. So you can if you couldn't able to the cannot zoom it, but you can I believe you can able to see here. Okay, so this is my um, child domain controller. Okay, I have only one user here. So now I am going to sync. Okay, so as I said, I need a uh, our AD Connect tool on this parent domain controller. Okay, so if you install in parent domain controller, you need a global administrator password, like administrator password on your domain controller. Okay, even you can, if you're installing the child domain control also, so it will you can able to sync parent domain and child domain users and groups. So as I said, so you for understanding purpose, so parent mean you have belonging, you can able to use child. So child mean you can belong whatever belong to parent, you can use it. Okay, so I can able to install it any domain control, either parent as well as child domain control. Only you need a username password of administrator. That's it. Okay, so let me go and install it on my domain controller, root domain controller. So I have a AAD connect tool. Okay, so before that I'll show it on Azure Activate as well. So this is my Microsoft Intra AD tool, Intra AD. So here you can see, so if I am syncing my users, how it will be on Azure Active Directory. So this is my username, right, Rahman. So if we click the fully qualified domain name, let me go to account. You can see Rahman at learning es at india.com. It's a child domain, I believe. So let's go to root domain. So here, if you see the user Stani or Rahim, so if you see the account name Stani at es at india.com. So when I am syncing to on-prem to Azure, it should become same domain name should come. But for this lab, we will not get this. Why mean? So you must register your domain like is it India, your component domain on your Azure before performing this AD sync. you have to make it register this, you have to make it available on under custom domain, this domain. Okay, let me go to the see, this is my primary domain name. Okay, it shows. Okay, let me go to the custom domain. So here, so you can see esindia.com, it's unverified because I haven't verified. To verify this, what you have to do, you have to register. You have to register. So how to add a custom domain? Just a click, add custom domain and provide a domain name. Okay, once provided, it will become like the status shows. The status will show as unverified. Click your domain controller, copy these values, and you have to copy this records txt record on your domain register. You have to make it register. Once it registered, if you click verified, once that records verified, you will, the domain will become as a verified available. Okay, once verified, what you can do, click your domain, and you will have an option above here like make it as a primary. Okay, once you make it as a primary, so it will be a primary domain controller for your Azure Active Directory. See now, my this is my Microsoft provided domain. Okay, it's a free domain, so it is verified. Okay, so whenever I am when I'm syncing my on-prem users to Azure, so the username will like Stanley at this domain.com, because this is the domain verified here. Okay, so to verify to, so if you wanted to make it a company domain name, so to make it verify, after verification you will have option like here, as I said, make primary. This option will be enabled on your domain once you made primary. Okay, so whenever if you're creating a new user or if you're syncing the new user, the domain will come like for example, if I'm clicking, so you can see it's verified, that is it showing this account, this domain. Okay, if you verified, that domain will become as a primary. Okay, so to remember this thing, so after I sync, so you will get like domain will like this Azure activated domain name. Okay, so before syncing, so you must understand your domain should be registered on Azure, and it should be made as a primary, then only the same domain name will be appeared there. Okay, on Azure Active Directory. Okay, so I believe you understood. Okay, let's go for the sync. Okay, I used to have this memory mode, that is it. Keep on I'm clicking this. Let's use my Microsoft remote manager. Okay, good. Let me go to Azure Active Directory tool. So I already downloaded installed here. I am double clicking. Okay, so normally when you are clicking next, it will sync all your parent and child domain control users and groups. Okay, first is install with default one, then later I'll show you how to make it like if you want to like customize options. Okay, we'll see step by step. So if you click agree, so I have intent this machine already, this primary domain controller. Okay, because Azure AD Connect needs HTTP protocol to communicate to Azure Active Directory service. Okay, let me click continue. So if you click use express, so it will install all the, like if the E is at India, I mean, so the parent and child domain names will be so users and groups will be synced to your Azure Active Directory. See here, so parent domain users and groups and child domain users group will be synced with your Azure Active Directory. Okay, so let me click use express. So here it asking connect to Azure Active Directory and um, Azure Active Directory global administrator password. Okay, so I have already my Azure Active Directory global administrator password. Next thing, so see here you can see credential need to configure Azure Active Direct AD Connect. You need on-prem admin account and AD with global admin permission. Okay, so first it's asking Azure Active Directory, then you have to provide on-premise Active Directory. Okay, So I'll also show you like how to customize. I'm clicking customize. So you can specify like where the location needs to be installed and SQL. So Azure AD Connect use a native SQL to store the database. So it's syncing on-prem Azure, right? It needs some database. So Azure use the native SQL database for this AD Connect tool to keep your syncing concept data tables. Okay. And so you can feel like what are the things like the service account what you're going to use. So you can customize here. Okay. And if you have some import like synchronous settings, you can import here, but these are not important. The important thing here is the customize option. Okay, let me click install and show it to you. Okay, so first it will collect the data. So what are the things needs to be components to be installed. Okay, so we have to wait for a few minutes. Then we'll have a customize options to sync it. Okay, so you can do customization while the first installation, as well as you can do customization after installation also. Okay, so uh, the best thing is if you're doing the first time installation, that is the great thing. That is the best practice. Okay, so meantime also I'll log in my client computer, try to add one of the user here. What is the user like Stani? If you will use Stani ezindia.com/Stani. What's the password? Oh, this is the password, I believe. I put the same password. Just we will log in our on-prem virtual machine. Sorry, um like client machine. What happened? Yeah, password. India. India is at 2343. India is at 12345. Okay, we'll see later. We'll try to log in later. So we have to consider concentrate our the users and the AD Connect tool. So here you can see there are a lot of sign in options available here. So what method you want? Okay, the sign in option like password hash, pass through, and federation and ping federation. There are a lot of options here. So commonly use the password hash. The password hash synchronization, so you can use the same credential, same password can be used on your Azure Active Directory. So the same password sync to Azure Active Directory, so you can able to use the same password to access your Azure resources. Okay, can you click here if you wanted to understand? You can click here to understand. So this option allows you to use a sign into cloud using the same password that they use in on premises. Okay, so if you wanted to know everything, you can just go click and you can view the options here. Okay, so let me click next. So first I have to provide Azure Active Directory credential. Okay, see. Azure Active Directory. This is the Azure Active Directory credential copy. It's with your global admin permission. Okay. So this account already having global admin permission. Just copying here. clicking next. So it is connecting and verifying your credential on Azure Active Directory. Okay. So that is why you need a HTTP HTTPS on your server. Okay. So this machine already having internet, so that is why I am able to connect to Azure Active Directory. So then you can see EAZ India. So as I said, you remember this parent domain having already test with uh, child domain, so you can able to have, you can have, so this will sync your a multi-domain concept, like whoever trusted with this domain. Okay. So let me click add the domain, so it need a credential. Okay. It is asking your on-prem AD credential. Okay. So let me add what is my on-prem AD credential. um, so India, mm, EZ India, eazindia.com slash, I have a name called On-prem Sync, I believe the AD name. Is that the username? What is the username called here? Uh, okay, let me create a username called On-prem Sync. Same credential let me use. Sync and uh, let me, sorry, let me copy, let me to administrator, administrators, copy. Okay. Okay, on-prem sync plus. Okay, I have added now. Let me click next. You can see both domains having uh, parent and domain and child domain. Okay. So here you can see not added Azure activity because not verified. That means your this domain is not registered with your on premises. Sorry, on Azure. Okay. If you go to Azure, you can see, if you wanted to sync here you can like customize. So what you want to customize, like you want to synchronize one of this domain, or if you want to synchronize only instead of all, you want to sync like only my organizations, okay, users and groups, and here I don't want all, like I wanted to synchronize only this org and users. Click next. So how do Azure wanted to identify? Okay, so you, the best practice you have to keep it's a default one. So otherwise you have to provide how to sync, like specific, like username or discipline, how to identify Azure. Okay, so if you put default, it will take a user principal name as a default uh, attribute to to identify an Azure. Okay, let me click next. So this also you will put as usual. Just so here also is other optional features available, like pause it right back. Those cons are available to like this. So we can click is next. That is okay. Fine. Okay, just click next. So wait for few. So we can go, and meantime we can go to Azure Active Directory. You can just see here. Synchronous in progress. It's going on. So we can just to see whoever users available in child domain. So child domain have Rahman, this one user, as I shown here. Rahman. Okay, let me put Rahman here. Okay, so child domain having Rahman user and root domain having under users sorry, Rahim Stani, and there is no users. Okay, two users under root domain and one of the user in child domain. Okay, so total three users in these multi domains. Okay, so let's refresh here. So here you can see you can one of the user name. So here you can see this is on-premise direct synchronous service. That service account, okay, which is created on your primary domain control PDC. This is your server name, okay, PDC. So let me go to my server and show you. This is my root domain. The root domain server name is PDC. Let me show CMD PDC. So this is my PDC. You can see. Okay. So this is so. Where is your synchronous Azure Active Directory AD Connect tool is running? So that machine, this account has been created. Okay. So we'll refresh. So wait for a few minutes. So once I used to use the same remote, that is same and keep on clicking this. Recently started use uh, this Microsoft RDP manager. Okay. So what is the status now? So it's still the synchronization in progress. So once it's completed, so you can have this. Uh, you can able to view your on-prem users to Azure. Okay, so this is see, we have to upgrade ourselves to learning and how this Azure activity is working. Okay, so this is the very important concept nowadays. Okay, people are migrating on-prem to Azure and also the companies are migrating to Azure because for this concept because Azure activates a modern the identity access management tool. Okay, so I don't want to no, just click exit. Okay, once exit, so let me show how it's functioning. Let me click the synchronization service. So here we'll have how it is working, like how the syncing is happening. Okay, so here you can see it's the synchronization is still in progress. The import, so you can see there are how many it completed, like 26 objects completed. So you can see the data. Okay, so let me it's the still in progress the sync is in progress. Okay, 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 four records has been added. What are they? So there are proxy record and these are the users, I believe. Yes, Rahman. So Rahman from it's he's from child domain. Okay, learning dot. EAS at India. So it's a DNS. It's synchronizing your DNS groups. So as I said, groups and users, right? So it's okay. So updating proxy. Okay. So this is Ravi. So the synchronization in progress. Okay. So it shows success. So success mean you can able to see. Let me refresh here. Okay, you can see, as I said, the user principal name, the like your username at Azure Activity domain name. Okay, because this is the default your default domain. Okay, so Ravi from child domain and Rahman and Stanley there from parent domain, root domain. Okay, so this is the way to sync your on-prem to Azure Active Directory. Okay, so same if you're you can able to install this AD Connect tool on your root domain or parent domain. Just you need like Azure Active Directory credential and on-prem administrator credential to sync your users to Azure. So what you can do, you can use the same credential access your Azure resources. For example, I have a resource I want to grant this server this VM resource to this Rahman Rastani. Let me just go to access control IAM and I can grant access, add role assignment. So like reader access, clicking reader and I can grant access like click Stani. Okay. So I have granted now on-premises to this EAS at this server access, this resource access. Okay, so like this you can grant access. So I made another video like a single domain controller to Azure. So there also explained like more how the sync engine is working and update and how to modify concept everything. So you can refer for more information that video for some like more information about the sync engine options, sync engine troubleshooting activities and how the sync engine is working. So here I the concept I created for how the multi-function multi-domain controllers are syncing to Azure. Okay, thank you, thank you for watching.